Okay. Am I audible? You check it. Today's class will be going the next topic, that is planning. So previously we have gone with the various important functions. In that we have studied planning, especially in planning all the different topics we have covered. Planning, that like controlling, directing, different functions of management we have covered, and we have covered the decisional roles, that is different roles of a manager. One is interpersonal role, information role, and decisional role. Next one is we have covered the very important theories of the management, different theories, that is scientific theory, Taylor's theory. Then we have administrative management by Fayol, the theory of Fayol, that is 14 important principles along with the limitations. Then we have covered with the human relationship approach given by Mayo and behavioral approach, different important contributions to the behavioral approach, then quantitative approach, and then very important system approach and contingency approach in the last class we have studied. So now we will go with the very important topic briefly about planning. Different functionalities now we will take, and briefly we will go to the each and every topic now. So planning. So in that planning we will be studying nature of planning. We will be studying nature, we will be studying importance, then steps in planning and types of planning. These are the things we will be studying with the planning topic. Okay, next. What is the nature of planning? It is an intellectual process which requires a manager to think before acting. That is what planning. Think before you do. That is, you prepare set of goals before doing any process. Plan it first. For example, you want to read for an exam. What do you do? First you will plan. You will prepare one timetable. Which day I have to study which subject. Then next day what subject I have to study. What are the things I have to study in that subject. You will plan and then you will go. And when you take an example of building, you will be placing, you want to build anything. For example, you want to start constructing. What do? First you plan, you prepare a blueprint of that, then only you start constructing the business, constructing the house. That is what first think of anything, plan it. I give a project to you people, I will give one input to you people. What do people have to see? What is that input? Mainly first you see what is the main problem of that project, whatever the any worker or any manager is giving to you. Then what do you have to see in that? What are the main goal I have to do? What is the main aim from that project, whichever they are giving? From that project, you start planning. That is, you start preparing the goals. You start preparing the blueprint of that. You see what all the requirements you read, whether you require hardware requirements or software requirements. Then how many number of employees you need to do that. Everything you have to plan before you are starting the execution. That is what a manager to think before he is acting. He has to think. That is, before doing anything, please think of what are the main important goals or objectives of that work. Then start that work. That is known as planning. Decision making is a key point in planning process. This is very important. You have to make decision properly in the planning process itself. That is, a manager being a manager of a team, what he has to do, he has to decide what is the work he has to take. Okay, when project has to be assigned to one person or some group of people, what is the main project I am going to assign to that group, whether that group is capable of doing my project or not. See that, decide properly so that those employees are able to do the work you are giving. Just blindly do not assign any work to any of the employee. First design. That is, first think of that whether these people are able to do. How many employees I need to get, what are the requirements, everything you decide beginning itself, then you move to the next stage. So that if you do not decide in the beginning, for example, you are preparing a blueprint of the house, you want room that side on the right corner, you want some bedroom in the left corner, you want some things, you will decide in such a way that before the blueprint you have to tell the engineer that these places I want these things. So after blueprint matter, what is the problem? Again the engineer has to go, again city has to do, again all the lot of work will be there. So decide it properly before going to the next stage. Decide all the goals, whatever you want in the beginning itself. Okay. Next one, planning is a continuous process. As I told in the beginning itself, different stages of function, that is different functions of management we have, like planning, organizing, staffing and all. Many things are iterative. Okay. After this, you will go to the organizing step or you will go to the selection step. There also sometimes what happens, you not feel planning is not done properly. Again, you will come back to the planning stage. Again, you will repeat the process again. It will be a continuous process. All these stages, like our software engineering stages, they are iterative processes. Okay, they are not, that is, they are not a static process. They will be dynamically changing each and every time based on the output which you get properly. Okay, then it is present in all levels of management. It is there in all levels of management. That is, you take organizing, you take staffing, you take any of the levels. Planning is there. With the objectives only, we go to the next stage, right? With the help of objectives, whatever you have, what is the vision of your project? Based on that only, we will organize. That is, based on that, you think of what to be done. Then you think of how many people have to be involved. Then you think what are the main resources. Everything, mainly this planning is important. Don't just think in a theoretical perspective. Think outside the box. Okay, when you want to open a small store, a small business you want to open, what is the main plan you have to do? My store should be like this. I have to keep the furniture like this here. Counter section will be here. Whatever different things you will think, and then you have to execute it, right? For example, after thinking that you will bring furniture and you will place somewhere over there, you may think, yeah, this furniture is not sitting properly over here. I have to change the location of that furniture. Changing, that is, you are going back to the planning stage. Again, you'll go back to the planning stage. You think, yes, this is not a proper position. I have to change the position. Again, you will do. Like that, planning comes in all the stages of the management. Not only in a particular one stage, you will just plan it. You will just take the objectives. You will not leave it. Till you complete the project, you will be repeating this process again and again. Okay. It must be flexible. That is, it should be flexible. When any person who is into that work, for example, that team will be knowing what is this. For example, I have framed certain set of objectives and I am telling you people, you should also be able to understand what is that. That is known as flexibility. Only I am the manager. I should only know the objective of that. None of the people have to know Angela Irvarg. It should be flexible. Any of the team, any member of the team or any employee of the team should be able to change it or should be able to understand it properly. That is known as planning. Mainly important thing planning is goal. What are the main important goals of that project, whatever you are doing? Okay, so that is the nature of planning. Then, what is the main importance of planning? Why do I need planning? Very important thing is minimize the risk and uncertainty. It will minimize next to future steps and all. You plan properly, you assign the goals properly. Next, it will be very easy to solve. Like our software engineering terms, whenever you have first thing is requirement stage. Beginning itself, you see what is the software, what is the hardware, everything. Next stage, implementation will be easy for you. When you go to implementation stage and you think of, oh, this software I require, these many number of systems I require, it will be very difficult. You will be running out of time. You have to achieve everything in particular amount of time. Here also same thing. Time will be fixed. For example, in my store, I have placed certain products in one rack. My aim is to sell these products within 1 week and I have to get good profit. That is what my aim. What is the main thing? That is, you should minimize the risk and uncertainty. Planning gives logical facts and produce procedure for making decisions. This is very important. You are deciding something, plan it. Then you will come to know what is decision. What is planning and decision? I have to do this in future. Yes, I will do that. That's all. That is known as decision and planning. Okay, this logical decision making based on planning to minimize the risk and uncertainty. That is what you plan it. In that track, I have to sell these items to the customers so that in 1 week I should gain good profit. What are the things you plan? What is the thing you can plan? I will sell buy 2 get 1 free. I may sell, or I will reduce the cost of the product. That is planning. That is, you'll think beginning itself how to sell this to the customers. How can I attract the customers? That is what in the beginning itself you plan and you start selling to the customers. And certainly that is, you can reduce the number of risk and you'll get a good profit. So beginning itself you think how to execute that in future. That is known as planning. Then leads to success. This is what I have planned in such a way that I should sell my things to the customers. I am selling 3 items, buy 3 get 1 free. So that somewhere I will increase the cost or something I will do with that cost. Cost irutte, I will do some changes with the cost and I will give 1 free, or else I will get from the wholesale company, so that I only will get 2 buy 2 get 2 free. Now what I will do is buy 3 get 1 free. I am getting the cost of 1 extra. Like that you have to think and you have to plan. Okay, so it will lead to the success, so that you will get a good profit from that. Then if work is going according to the planned, then it is work is going according to plan, then it leads to success. Then to focus attention on organization goals. This is very important. As I told you, planning is nothing but goal. Main objective what you are. My goal is to sell all the products to the customers and get good profit. That's all is my goal. Based on that goal, now you plan how to sell the product, whether I can sell buy 3 get 1 free, whether I decrease the cost of the product, whether I increase the cost of product. That is what you are planning it. Main goal is to sell all the items. That is my goal. That is what to focus attention on the organization goals. Planning focuses on organizational goals and direction of action for achieving these goals. Very, very important. Mainly, organization, whenever you take goals of that organization are very, very important for planning anything. Okay. Then facilitate control. Planning sets the goals and develops plans to achieve them. That is what I am setting the goal. Planning helps you to achieve the goal. That is, you are setting certain objectives, you are setting certain aims to the business what you are going to solve. Then finally what happens with the goals, you are in your mind, you will plan how to achieve that goal. Finally you will get with a good output. That is what it helps to achieve them. These goals and plans become the standards or benchmarks against which the actual performance can be measured. Sometimes certain companies, for example, now I am telling you to open a small store. So, for example, it is being sponsored by some of the agency like Reliance Digital, Reliance Trends, more. They'll open a store that will be sponsored by more, that will be sponsored by Reliance. They will be having certain benchmarks that you have to sell these many number of products within this amount of days, and you have to get a good performance from that. You have to get a good profit from that. They have to achieve that profit. Some hook or crook, they have to sell all the products and they should get the profit from that product. That is what will become the standard or benchmark again which actual performance can be measured. That is, you plan in the beginning itself, you are able to achieve the goal at the end. That is how you will measure your performance. And what will be the achievement finally? I'm selling all the products to the customers. My main achievement is I'll get a good 100% result from that. That is, I've sold all the products, I got more profit from that. That is what beginning itself, plan it properly. You'll get good product, good output. Increase organizational effectiveness. Effectiveness implies that organization is able to achieve its objectives within the given resources. Organizational effectiveness, that is, if you are planning in the beginning itself, you think, yes, I have to achieve this with the help of these many set of hardware, these many set of software, or these many set of people who are working in my company, so and so I require for this. Everything in plan in the beginning only, so that you will able to achieve its objectives within the given resources whichever you have. So plan in beginning itself, see to that. Yes, within these employees, I can sell all these products. I have two employees in my store. So with the help of these people only, I have to sell all the products. You plan in such a way that those people are involved to sell those products in a useful way. In plan mode, you have to plan how only 2 people can sell all the products. Another, you have to assign the work to those people so that you have to sell all the products. That is how within the minimum limited number of resources, whatever you have to try, you have to plan to get the achievement of the organizational goals in future. Okay, so these are all the things, importance of planning. Next, how? After planning, I'm thinking, yes, this is my goal. I have to achieve this planning. I have to plan something to get a good profit. How do you plan? There are certain steps for planning. That is, first very important thing is establish the objectives. For planning, this is important. First, think of main output in the future, what you should get. If I assign a certain software job for you people, I will give an IoT work. I will give a project to you. You have to water the plant so that you will be sitting in home with the help of your mobile app. You have to water the plant 3 times a day. And I will tell you, you have to develop a project for that. You have to use hardware components, software components, everything. First thing is you have to think, how should I run? What is the main goal? That is 3 days. 3 times a day I have to water my plant. So many amount of minutes I have to water my plant. That is my goal. That's all. To achieve that, what are the main important things? Comes under this steps. First thing is that is set the goals. Second thing is establishing planning premises, certain assumptions about the future. In future, to run that project, what I may require. Like I may require software, I may require hardware. Future, how my work looks, just you have to imagine in such a way that, yes, this will be my project, finally. Still you have not implemented anything, but you have to design it. Yes, ನಾನು design ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, I'll get my project like this. This is what software engineers will do. Okay, next, deciding the planning period. This is very important. Within that particular amount of time, you have to achieve everything. Hey, like 1 year after I will see what is my profit. It is not like that. As I told you, within 1 week of time, you are opening a store and you have to sell those products within 1 week amount of time. That is certain period will be given. When you take software engineering, they will give a project for 3 months, 6 months. Within that 6 months, they have to complete that project and they have to handle that project to the customer. When I give you deadline, then only you people will work under me. If I do not give you any deadline, hey, today I have not done, tomorrow I will do. Like that, you will be keep on skipping. That should not be there. Always period should be given. Within this amount of time, you have to complete that job with maximum profit in marketing. You should not get a loss in the market. Okay, finding alternative courses of action. Think, now this is my goal. In future, I have my work has to look like this. These are the set of resources I want. You also should see within that resources, can I achieve my job, or any alternate resources I want to achieve that job. I have 2 employees in my company to sell those products. Can I achieve with 2 employees, or I should add any extra person to that employee? Like that, you have to think in that way. Any alternate option should I have for that? Okay, like that. Then evaluating and selecting course of action. This is also important. How I am extra action I am doing. For example, I will take an extra person to work with me. I select a course of action. What should I give him? What work should I give to him so that all 3 should sell the product properly? Okay, or else what action? When set of employees will be there, I have given some set of products or project to 10 people in the company. 5 people are already working. 5 people are working something. I want till 2 persons. I'll take higher till 2 person. What action should those people should do? Whether they should design or whether they should implement. Like that, you have to think. Think what is that action you people have. You have to implement on those people. Select what should be done. Then developing directive or derivative or supportive plans. Planning for buying equipments, buying raw materials. This is all. Next, I have thought of hardware and software components. Now I should think of buying them. How much I should invest on that? How much the investment should be made on that products, so that finally I should get a good output from that product. So you have to think in that way. Whether buying the raw materials, then buying the equipments and all, you have to see. That is all comes under planning only. Next one is measuring and controlling the progress. This is very important. After planning, after buying some set of raw materials, you have to control. That is, you have to measure. Now you are coming to the next step after planning, that you will go into an action. That is, after requirements, after raw materials and all, now I will start doing my work. I have brought the raw materials into my store. I have kept all those into the store. Now I will think how to sell these two products. For example, there is two products, Maggi packet and Yippee noodles are there. How to sell these? How can I attract the customers? Certain can I give certain dolls to the children, because only children will be attracted towards it. How to attract them? Like that, you have to think, measure, and control. Finally, one day I have set this plan and I have kept certain gifts will be given for Yippee noodles and Maggi noodles. You see the progress, whether people are buying through that or not. Change it. Change that plan. Give some other option to the customer. Then customers will be attracted. Like that, you should measure the progress each and every day. Based on that, you are getting proper output or not. Next one, types of plans. Standard plans, that is standing plans and single use plans. Different types of plannings are there. What is a standing plan? These are designed for the situations that recur often enough to justify a standardized approach. That is, there will be recursion. That is, for example, see, mission, objectives, strategies, policies, procedures, rules, and methods. These are different types of planning. In that, you will get a planning such a way they will be designed for situations that recur often enough to justify the standard. That is, they will be recurring. You will be using again and again and again and again. That's all. I'll give one project to you people. I will give one topic to that. That is, certain set of standards will be laid to that topic. Certain set of rules, conditions, everything, they will be common. Product to product, I am opening a store, general store in one area. To open that general store, I will put a plan, and I have to get the permission from government. For example, that government is implementing permission to 2 stores, both rules will be same for both. Other different rules, regulations, methods, procedures, these are all common. That is, objectives, they will be iterative, that's all. Mission, first you'll implement something, you'll have one vision. How to do that is mission, okay? It is an iterative process. That is what they're telling. It can recur often enough to justify the standard. Keep on recurring that, that's all. Recurring andre gottalva. Again and again, that's all. Then single use plans, these are designed for specific end. When the end is reached, the plan is dissolved. See, now you understood. Here in this single use plans, the plan is only for one particular project. I'll give you that project. After completion, you will never use that project again or anyway. Certain certain plans will be there where, like that, look here, in certain policies, for example, opening the store. That is common to everyone. That is one type of planning. For example, this one, I am developing a bulb by one software company. Wipro is developing a bulb. After that bulb is developed, none of the company will develop same bulb, because there will be copyrights for that. There will be patenting for that. None of the companies same 2 measurements alla tagon bere innon company madalla. Okay, such type of plans are known as single use, only for particular standard single time. That is only for that time you will use, and you will dissolve that plan, so that none of the any company will follow that. Understood? Like rules, regulations. For our education department you take, VTU has implemented certain set of rules. Certain objectives, like you have course objectives, CO1. Now I am doing course objective 1. Okay. This course objective 1 is been implemented by VTU to all the colleges. That is standard. I cannot change it. Management and entrepreneurship is in this semester, this year, next year also the same semester subject will be there. ME will be there. CO will be same. That is fixed planning done by university. It cannot be changed. Using that ME, VTU has already fixed. Now with that ME, I will give you one project. You will develop one project for this ME, and you will give me the output from that. So next your juniors, next year I am having next other project which will not be same, whichever you have. That is this single use. Only at that point of time you are using a dissolving. That's all. Like for example, in the stores, as I told you, buy 2 get 1 free. That store is following buy 2 get 1 free. Other store also uses the same thing, right? He can use, it is recurring, it is you can use anywhere else, you can recur it. Pade pade, you can use it again and again. Okay. Some company or some store has implemented his own innovative idea, so that it will be only for his company. None of the companies may not use. Athara, you have to see, okay? You have to plan in such a way that there are two different types of planning. One is standard and one is single use. Single use, look, project, budgets and targets. This is what I told, projects. I am giving you one project, bulb by Wipro company. They will develop a project, they will sell the bulb to the customers. Next again to develop a new bulb, what they do, they plan it again, that they will innovate it again. They will not use the same things which have done in the beginning or for the previous one. That is what single use. That point of time, you are using the design, algorithm, flow chart of that to that project. Don't repeat or don't use that to some other project. That is single use. These are the two different types of